Summoning strength from hidden reserves, Turul made his way up the stone staircases from the dungeon. Each step was a struggle, and the pain threatened to overwhelm him. But he focused firmly on the mission. The chill air before dawn enveloped him as he emerged onto the castle's deck. But the sight before him sent a cold shiver down his spine. A sea of armored guards stood in formation, their weapons glinting ominously in the twilight, a stark reminder that his path to rescuing his comrades was fraught with peril. The sight of the heavily armed guards might have been daunting to a lesser man, but not to Turul, even though he was weaponless and injured. His gaze hardened, his mind working quickly as he assessed his situation. It was clear these guards had been waiting. He was alone and outnumbered, but that wouldn't deter him. His determination to succeed was more potent than any blade, and he would not be defeated. Their leader, a grizzled veteran, with scars crisscrossing his weathered face, stepped forward.
"Give it up, slave. You are outnumbered and outmatched."
The guards roared with laughter, their harsh voices echoing around the deserted deck. The unchained warrior squared his shoulders, meeting the man's gaze.
"Never,"
he said, the corners of his mouth curving into a tight smile. With that, he charged, his bare hands his only weapons. The deck became a battlefield, the twilight casting long, foreboding shadows as steel met flesh. The young rebel moved with a speed and precision that belied his injuries, dodging blows and countering with fists, using the very bodies of his enemies to shield himself. Despite the overwhelming odds, Turul fought with a grim determination. Each guard he downed served to fuel his resolve, reinforcing his belief in his mission. He was not just fighting for himself, but for all the oppressed, for all the enslaved. His resolve didn't falter, not even when a particularly burly guard landed a blow that sent him sprawling. Turul gritted his teeth against the pain, rolling to dodge a downward swing of the guard's weapon. He was on his feet instantly, his fist connecting with the guard's jaw before the man could react. After a fierce struggle, he managed to wrestle a sword from one of the guards, quickly turning it on its former owner. Now armed, he fought with renewed vigor, seizing another sword from a fallen foe. With a blade in each hand, Turul was transformed into something majestic. No longer merely a man. He became the great Turul, an eagle, soaring above its prey. His movements, fluid and deadly. His dual swords were his wings. His eyes, fierce and unyielding, as they cut through the guards. He moved with the grace and precision of his namesake, relentless and unstoppable, a symbol of freedom and power. His mastery of the double swords was unparalleled, a dance of death that left no room for error. The unbound hero's shirtless form, adorned only with a slave's loincloth, moved with a savage grace that defied belief. Each strike was calculated, each parry perfectly timed, as he weaved through the guards with lethal elegance. His muscular body, glistening with sweat, twisted and turned, in an exquisite display of combat artistry, each muscle honed to perfection, and working in harmony with the blades. The swords sang in his hands, a harmonious symphony of steel and skill, resonating with his soul. The air seemed to thrum with his energy, power, and purpose. Even the guards, seasoned warriors all, could not help but pause, their eyes widening in shock and awe at the spectacle before them. Some even stumbled, their attacks faltering, as they grappled with the reality of facing this force of nature. But the young warrior gave them no quarter, no chance to regroup. He was relentless, his movements a blur, as he struck down one opponent after another. His chiseled body, marred by the wound on his abdomen, symbolized his unbreakable spirit and unyielding resolve. It was clear to all who witnessed this breathtaking display that they were not merely facing a man. They were facing the embodiment of freedom's ferocity, the legendary rebel. Each clash of steels, every grunt of effort, was a stark reminder of the high stakes. Turul fought with everything he had, his attack landing with an intensity that spoke volumes of his resolve. One by one, the guards fell, their weapons clattering loudly against the stone floor. The guards found themselves overmatched, unable to keep pace with Turul's whirlwind assault. He flowed from one opponent to the next, swords flashing, leaving a trail of defeated guards in his wake. The great Turul had taken flight, and nothing could stand in his way. A chilling silence descended on the castle's deck as the last guard fell. The defiant fighter's chest heaved as he scanned the area, swords at the ready, every sinew in his body tense with anticipation. But it was not the clash of steel or the cries of the wounded that broke the silence. It was the sound of slow, deliberate clapping. Looking up, Turul's eyes narrowed as he spotted King Rose and a group of his elite guards standing on a wooden walkway connecting two small towers. They looked down at him, smiles twisting their faces, the king's hands coming together in sarcastic admiration.
Bravo, slave!
Rose called out, his voice dripping with mock praise.
What a performance! What bravery! What futile defiance!
He laughed. A sound as cold and hollow as the night air. His eyes met Turul's. A challenge in their depths. An acknowledgement of the battle to come. The great Turul's flight was far from over, and the actual fight had only just begun.